Every video is a story, and today I'm going to tell you what this story is all about. I was able to get something really frugal to put in my long-term food storage. I went and got some fruit, which we were so hungry. That is something that we lack when it comes to food storage, and fruit is something that we just absolutely enjoy. So I was able to get King Arthur flour, 10-pound bag for $4. And I decided to buy a bag of that and make my own labels and put them in my own gallon jars. And this is the breaded flour. I really like creating things to look old-fashioned. Back in the 1800s, they put cloth over top of jars to keep the dust and the flies and all kinds of insects off the lids. It kept the lids nice and clean. And I like doing that too, just for the look of everything. For me, long-term food storage is something that I don't do a whole lot as far as large quantities. But if I find a sale, of course, I'm going to buy it. Washing everything up and getting it all done to work on the next chores. I like to try to have one project done at a time, and that way I'm not so overwhelmed. I try not to start more than one project. And when that's finished, then I start a next one. I love my little food pantry in here. It's turning out really nicely. Eventually, though, it will all go in the out porch. But until then, I'm enjoying it. My mornings are pretty much like everyone else's. There's always routines that need to be done. Now it's just a little busier. Baby chicks need to be fed. The wood stove still is lit in the morning because it's just so cold yet in the mornings. Beds need to be made and laundry needs to be done. There's very little time for anything extra these days, but I was able to fix something that looked a little bit drab, and I'll show you that at the end of this video. There's something so special about watching chickens and playing with the baby chicks and seeing that sunlight come in. It is amazing what a difference it makes just opening the blinds the whole way. It can heat the room another 3 to 4 degrees more for free, and I'm all about that. Even though we have the wood stove, the back of the house does get rather cold. And so whenever possible, I try to open those windows, the blinds, to get a little more sunlight. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And I wanted to share with you that I'm continuing to do a lot of planting, a lot of self-sustainable videos for all of you. Now my videos are daily. So with that being said, every day is something different. Right now, after I got all the chores done and we have the wood stove on, it's actually very chilly for April right now. And we have warm days and cold days. We had an 80-degree day and then we had a 40-degree day, and this is your typical spring weather. But I'm working on these planters because I'm making a little area here where my greenhouse is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and work on these planters and then I'll talk to you in just a moment. So what I'm doing is I'm using half the dirt in this one. Now these are gonna take quite a bit of potting soil. Like I said, these are very large. I'm gonna go ahead and get some peat moss and add to them. One of the things you're going to hear me say a lot in these upcoming videos is I am the most amazed as to how much work this is. You know, I've had hobby gardens and hobby homesteading. Now, some people would say this is hobby homesteading, but to me, it is an awful lot of work involved. It's just something that I gradually am working myself into, you know. Heating your home with wood, chopping your own firewood, chopping your own kindling, making your own starter wood, and and then you're going into the gardening, producing your own plants, you know, tending to your own soil and chickens. And I would like to start hatching my own eggs. I think that would be fun. Raising more flock. It is absolutely a wonderful opportunity to be able to do this. It is a wonderful life, but I am beat at the end of the day, and I realize there's not a whole lot of extra time for leisure. So this is my hobby, my work, my enjoyment, and in leisure, this is my leisure as well. This is my leisure time because this is my life. And as the economy gets worse and worse, and my channel is not based on politics or the economy, it's not based on money, as far as that is not my theme, but all of these things kind of run together. And as the economy gets harder and harder to navigate and harder to buy the things that you want and to be able to do the things that maybe you want to do, I'm realizing this lifestyle is really compatible. It's something that you can do no matter what the economy is doing, because even though homesteading can be somewhat expensive, if you're able-bodied and you can do the physical work, it's a very frugal way of living. And building things, we're currently still in the building stage of life, and I think that we are rebuilding, and there's so much coming on my channel, coming up in the pipeline. And what I like to do is I like to have my videos now all consistently from one day to the next. And with that being said, so much that we're working on can't be done in one day. So you're gonna start seeing the progress. And those people who watched my channel 5 years ago see this drastic progress. And those who watched me 9 years ago see this massive progress. But those who just seen me yesterday, you're not seeing that progress because you don't know where I started. And I don't know where I'm ending at. Maybe that's a good thing, because this year so far we set off with a bang from January 1st, and my husband is really involved in it because, to be honest with you, I couldn't do this without him. and helping me with the physical work of it all. But he's quite a few years older than me, and he needs breaks, and he needs days where he has a break. And so I think that what I want to say to all of you is, if you're in the age 50 to the age 68, 70, and you are able-bodied, you still can do this. I've had countless people on my channel say they're living their life through me. They're 65, they're 70, they're 50, 52, 53, younger than me. And I'm saying, but you can do some of the things, and you can have fun, you can enjoy it. Just take one day at a time and just do what you can with what you got. And if you do what you can with what you got, you will be shocked at the progress that you make in your own life. And so that's a few of my words for all of you today, as I continue to strive to make a busyness at my own home. And I'm not so much worried about the prices of things, because I'm learning now to navigate and to say, okay, that is something I want, but I can't afford someone else to do it. How can I do it for myself? It may not be perfect, but it serves its purpose and it gets the job done. And it's a good feeling at the end of the day when you lay your head down to sleep, because I fall asleep really quickly these days. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys on the next one.